Welcome to your 20-minute podcast with David Brower, brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/your 20-minute podcast. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now, here's your host, David Brower.
Here's part 2 of our interview with Amber Hurdle.
So they have a strong brand and a healthy business. And that's what any woman needs to figure out for her own brand.
And you help them do that.
Yes. Oh, yes. I love it.
That's what you sink your teeth into, is helping somebody develop their brand, identifying with it, accepting it, having the confidence to engage with it, and then go take on the world, right?
Absolutely. And I do this I really don't launch a lot of brands. A lot of times I go into an established business and talk to them because they started a business and somehow they created a brand along the way, because people are going to have an opinion about you whether or not you tell them what it should be.
Right.
And I come in to help them clarify, okay, given the data that we have, given that here's where you're really making your money, this is what people respond to when you've marketed before. Who are you? What is your brand story? What is your brand promise? What should customers expect from an experience with you? And then we start going down the path of that brand clarity. And I do that for one-person businesses, and I do that for international brands from the inside out, going in and saying,
your 20-minute podcast with David Brower has been brought to you by Audible. You can listen to any of David's podcasts anywhere podcasts can be found, including iHeartRadio, the Spotify mobile app, and at davidbrowervo.com/your 20-minute podcast. Until next time, thanks for listening.
Embrace, understand, and be loyal to that brand.
Yeah, they have to help you live the brand.
Yeah.
If they can't live out your brand experience, your customers are not going to receive a consistent brand experience, and now your brand is going down the toilet.
That's part 1 of our interview with Amber Hurdle. Yep.
It's critical at every level.
And it's not complicated. It's not brain surgery. It's just being consistent.
And it's really slowing down from the operational elements. I mean, at the end of the day, big businesses are focused on their P&Ls and,
right,
what their strategic goals are. And the small businesses are just trying to get through the day and make it soccer practice afterwards and somehow, get their taxes to their account by midnight or whatever that looks like.
Whatever that looks like. Yeah.
You might want to put this on the back burner because it's not both urgent and important. It's just important. But my challenge is that it becomes urgent when you start to see these hiccups and your consistency decreases, and then suddenly you're going to be in a world of hurt because you're not able to perform at the level that you expected to when you started your business.
So if your customer base is not enjoying that full experience that you expect them to, that's where the urgency comes in, right? You got to figure out where those hiccups are and address those. Yeah.
I mean, you pay now or you pay later. That's money, that's time.
Right.
So
that's right.
It's like, where are those priorities? And, at the end of the day, I tell my clients all the time, I can't care more than you care. I can't care more than you care. And your customers can't care more than you care. So if you want your brand to be as powerful as you dreamed about when you thought, I'm going to start my own business, then you have to care the most about protecting that brand. And every day is an exercise of protecting your reputation as a business.
Wow. Absolutely right. And not to the point of being paranoid about it, but just to the point of embracing it, being confident and going forward in a positive, confident way. Yeah.
But David, think about it. Every day I protect the integrity of my family.
Yes.
I don't warrior up and put a battle helmet on and go out there and, worry about how the world is going to attack my family that day. But as a parent, every day I wake up and I protect the integrity of my family. That could be financially, that could be, with relationships, that could be with wisdom. And it's the same for your business and your business family and your employees that are depending on you to sustain their own lives and their own families.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, to me anyway, it feels like it rolls down to being authentic, having integrity, and being consistent with your brand. And then that helps the pieces kind of fall together the way they need to. Is that fair?
Yeah, totally fair. And I like that you brought up the issue of integrity. That's a huge value of mine, probably the top one. And I want to say this too, because I actually was dealing with this this week with a client. When somebody else's integrity does not measure up to your expectation of integrity, it is still incumbent upon you to uphold your brand and your brand promise and your brand values and how you do business, and to not react or stoop to whatever it is somebody else did. Because without battling that person, their brand will suffer, because that kind of stuff comes out.
Yep.
And so back to the confidence piece of just standing clear in who you are and what you're about. When you are that confident in what you offer to your customers, to your employees, to your community, when you're that confident, you don't have to get in like lowbrow boxing matches. You just don't.
Right.
So,
yeah, I mean, to me, integrity is everything. I mean, it really is, because I want to wake up in the morning and look at myself in the mirror, poor guy, and and feel like, hey, I'm in a good place. Let's go do some business, or let's go walk the dog, or let's go play with the grandkids, or whatever that is. Just be thoughtful and consistent and passionate about it, and hold on to that brand. Integrity of family. I love that. I'm all crazy about that.
Yeah.
On your website, you have access to worksheets and tools that are mentioned in the book. You've got an exclusive book club. You've got daily devotional and daily affirmations available. And people can just get right into the bombshellbusinesswoman.com site and just really find a whole bunch of stuff that will entice you virtually immediately to order that book and start building your brand and understanding what you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the book covers so much. I mean, it's really one of those books that you probably need to read through once and then get down on each chapter and focus on that, and know that it's not going to happen. You're not going to get through this overnight. Some of my bombshells have referred to it as a manual. But I just want to point out, and it's fun though. It's not a hard read. It's not going to be a this is this and that is that. I mean, I definitely tell stories, and my personality is weaved all throughout the book, because nobody wants to read a yawner.
Right.
But it begins with my story, because I believe that if I tell my story of going from a teen mom to a powerhouse businesswoman, then no matter what's going on in another woman's life, she can believe that she can do it too.
Absolutely.
So we eliminate excuses right away. But then we get into things like following your breadcrumbs. Like, what have you consistently been good at all throughout your life? Not even necessarily what positions have you held, but what have you been attracted to inherently? We'll talk about that. We talk about, I would just redefine some terms. None of us are Harvard graduate MBAs. Like, that's not our world. And so how can we talk about business in a way that's a little bit more relatable to our common language? We talk about your personal brand, your business brand. We talk about goal setting and creating that ideal customer profile. We talk about networking and customer service. And when you're ready to hire a team, what does that look like? How do you hire somebody without, taking a big risk of them not being the right fit?
Yeah.
We talk about technology. We talk about time strategy, because I think time management is a farce. But all of those things, it sounds like all these separate ideas, but my truth is all of those things impact your brand and the trust that people have in your brand.
The
because
customer
if your
experience.
systems aren't in place, all this stuff matters. You will find a breakdown.
As you just said a few moments ago, this is not a book. This is a handbook. And it's something that you need to not only spend time with over and over again, but really spend time with and reach out to you to help get some answers to questions that come up.
Yeah. And I support it through my podcast as well. So, this particular audience of mine, my bombshells, they get a little more free attention or affordable attention.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, and I kind of giggled and laughed the whole time I was doing it, it's like, I'm giving away the farm. Like, I'm giving away so much information in this. But the reality is, the woman who's ready to super focus on a specific area that she knows she's missing or she just can't get to on her own, that's the woman who's going to call me and say, okay, I've read the book, I've done most of the work, I need to go deeper and I need support. And that person is going to need my one-on-one attention because she simply doesn't have time to do it yourself.
And she's she's ready. She's in a place to go, okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
I see the value. I see how this is going to transform things.
What a gift I can't believe we're out of time already, but what a gift. I love talking with you. I love your passion. I love your energy. I love what you're doing with your book. Your heart is amazing, and to take people to places they've only imagined is amazing payoff for you, and money aside, all the benefits you get from feedback, from letters, emails, phone calls, all that kind of stuff, it just has to enrich your life.
Oh, it is. This is so fun and so rewarding to be connected to other women who believe the things about life that I believe. And I couldn't be any more grateful for the community that has embraced me.
Awesome. Amber Hurdle, author and living the handbook of the Bombshell businesswoman. She walks the walk, she talks the talk, and she will help get you where you've never imagined. There's no doubt about that. Go to the bombshellbusinesswoman.com. You can read about her. You can order the book. You can connect with her on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, LinkedIn, all those good places. And Amber, what a treat. What a real thrill to talk with you today. Continued success.
Thank you so much, David. It's a privilege to speak with you.
Your 20-minute podcast with David Brower has been brought to you by Audible. You can listen to any of David's podcasts anywhere podcasts can be found, including iHeartRadio, the Spotify mobile app, and at davidbrowervo.com/your20-minute podcast. Until next time, thanks for listening.